tuning into today's video. So first, before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you are new to the channel, welcome and thank you for tuning in. As you can see by the title, we are going to be discussing the new Jaclyn Hill x Morphe, well, Morphe x Jaclyn Hill. This is the Divine Neutrals palette. And so I know that we've all seen what this palette looks like. It has been going around all over social media. A lot of people have been discussing whether it's necessary to buy it or not. What I will say before we jump into a look is that price point, you can't go wrong. This is $18. You can pick this up at Ulta or Morphe's website. Now, I also just watched a review on this morning that it was sort of similar to the Patrick Ta. Now, so with the Patrick Ta palette, as you can see, I would definitely say it is comparable. Me personally, for the price point of Patrick Ta, I think this palette was maybe, was it 50 something dollars, I think, if not 60 something. I'm not sure. I'll have that listed down below. But if you do not have this palette, I would say get the Jaclyn Hill. It will definitely save you some money, because to me, for the price of this, the quality is not 100% there. That is my personal opinion. It's just an okay palette. It has its, you know, everyday brown neutral colors, and I mean, the packaging is nice and all, but I don't buy stuff based on the packaging. I want to know what the quality is like. So without further ado, let's go ahead and create an eye look today. Also, you guys, excuse my brows. Like, I really just want to be very transparent. Let me moisturize while I'm saying this. When I was in high school, you know, you do a lot of dumb stuff in high school, and I tried to shave my eyebrows like myself instead of going to get them waxed, and I completely shaved my eyebrows off. Like, literally all of this was gone when I was in high school, and I was so embarrassed. Like, I had to draw on my eyebrows, and ever since then they have never grown back. So yeah, that's why if they always look different or weird, that's why. For moisturizer, I just use the Fenty, where's the name? The Fenty Skin Moisturizer. And then I always like to go over with the mist, and I use my Watermelon Glow Mist by Glow Recipe. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's look. Bye. Okay, so I kind of went a little ham with the eyeshadow base. Who cares? It is what it is. But I wanted to talk to you guys because I know that I never really do a personal, like, you know, in-depth convo. But I just don't know how to feel about YouTube anymore. Like, I have been watching YouTube for like 10 years, if not more. So I feel like I've definitely seen how YouTube has changed, and you know, it used to be the thing, and now everything is about TikTok, Instagram, Reels, you know. And for me, like, even though I'm 30, I'm still young, but I feel so slow with the new wave of things. So it's a little discouraging to do YouTube, because it's like, it's not necessarily what, you know, most people are checking for. For me, I like YouTube. I love in-depth videos. I don't need nothing quick to where it be like, wait, what did you use again? Like, I really like to sit down and enjoy the content. Like, I enjoy when people put effort into their videos. And you know, so again, like I said, it becomes discouraging for me, because it's like, should I even continue trying to do, you know, YouTube, even though it's always been something I wanted to do? So I don't know. I'll continue to pray on it and think about it, but that's honestly how I've been feeling. So I'm taking the shade, whoa, some kickback in the pan, which things like this really don't bother me. I know it bothers a lot of people, but as long as it's pigmented and it shows up, that's all I could care about. So I did take the shade here, which is called Barely, or just Barely, and I'm gonna run that in the crease and literally kind of give me some type of start. It's not really pulling up much, so I'm gonna mix it with the shade next to it called Good Vibes. And this is more definitely my transition shade. But yeah, that is why, you know, it's like at first I wanted to be consistent over here, but then I'm like, I just feel like people are just not, the YouTube world is not the same. But I appreciate the ones that I do watch that are still, you know, consistent on their channels. Like, I get it, everybody needs to take a break, and you know, it takes a lot into recording and filming and editing. Like, it takes a lot, making sure that everything looks right. And you know, I'm not as advanced as everyone else that has been doing it, but I can only imagine what it takes to do these videos. And then it's like, you know, everyone is on the new wave, so it also, you know, makes you question, like, well, what am I doing it for? And this is why I say I'm doing it because it's something that I truly enjoy. I love sitting down, playing with makeup. It is my me time. It is my time away from doing everyday household stuff. I also work a full-time job, and even though I work from home, it's still a lot. It is a lot. So I kind of went in with those transition shades. I am going to take a smaller brush. Let me sit that out. I'm going to take a smaller brush. This is from the BH Cosmetics Rose Gold collection. And I am going to run the shade Booked into my crease as well, just to kind of deepen it up a little bit. I'm just going to take the brush that I was first using for the transition shade, just to kind of clean up around those edges a little bit. First impressions, everything is blending well together. I definitely think this is a beautiful everyday neutral palette, something that definitely, if you are working and going into the office, this is really good if you want like a minimal look. It's weird with makeup because we all see the same colors with all of these new palettes that come out, and it's like, well, I already have something like that. So definitely, essentially, it becomes, are you supporting the brand? Are you just supporting the person? I personally don't own anything from Jaclyn Hill. I never purchased like her first releases. I've watched all of the videos that, you know, when her Vault collection came out and how everyone was so upset and the quality just was not there. But when I saw this palette, I'm like, all right, let's give it a try. I think the color story is beautiful. Like I said, if you do not have the Patrick tie and you were thinking about it, but the price point is just not there for you, I definitely suggest just picking this one up. And the reason why it took me so long is because my local Ulta, they just received it. And I've been going into Ulta every week, like at least twice a week. And I've been calling and they're like, no, we haven't got it yet. We haven't got it yet. We don't know if we're getting it. So they finally got it. And when I called, she's like, we have one more left. I'm like, can you please put it on hold? But I am going to take the shade Cinnamon Roll. Do I want to do Cinnamon Roll? Let's take Cinnamon Roll. And I'm just going to deepen that outer corner. I'm going to pack that in. Bring it up just a little bit in the crease on that outer part, but mainly just packing that in there. And the only reason why, like, I never purchased any of her other palettes is not, you know, necessarily because of her. I know a lot of people feel how they feel about these, like, you know, influencers. There are a lot of influencers that I feel like I've watched over the years that to me have changed. Whether they feel like it was for the better or not. I like people that are more realistic with life. Like, it's okay that you are, girl, I needed that. It's okay that you are known and you've had collabs and you know, but I feel like a lot of people forgot where they come from. And I am a firm believer that just as it was given to you, it can be taken away. That is my personal belief. And so when I watch a lot of people that are they still seem like down to earth and, you know, I'm not letting this change me. This is who I am. This is how I talk. I am not trying to be something that I'm not. That is what I enjoy. Be exactly who you are. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. So like I said, I understand that there are a lot of influencers that people just do not like, or there's been some controversial things in media talk. I'm not here for that. I honestly, I just like the palette and how it looked. I've seen quite a few people using it, people that I actually enjoy watching. So that's that. I want to do an all matte look because that's literally what I was just going for. So I'm taking the shade Good Vibes and just kind of packing it in my inner corner here, like my inner lid space. Just kind of lighten it up a little bit. But so far, these colors blended beautifully together. Again, with a neutral tone eyeshadow palette, it's not much you can do, but it's definitely a good everyday go-to. And this is something like if they were to make me come back into the office, this or my Patrick Tower, you know, just any palettes that have neutral tones, I would obviously reach for those colors more because I don't want to do a bold purple or pink look going into the office. Even though knowing me, I would try it. But I am going to take, and I'm glad my spray is right here. I am going to take, what shade? Dripping. I'm going to take that, spray the brush, and try to pack that onto my lid. Let's see how this works. I always try to sit this down like this and wonder why it falls. It's not meant for that. So I'm definitely going to clean up this part. It's not, I definitely say dip the brush, spray the brush before you apply it. When you're applying the shimmer, my suggestion is to pack it in instead of swiping it. I'm gonna try to lighten this up a little bit with the lightest shimmer shade. It's called All Luxe. It's like a pinky shade. I'm just gonna place that in the center. Not sure that made much of a difference, but I would truly say that this palette is definitely beginner friendly. Definitely beginner friendly if you are looking to just start off playing with eyeshadows. The mattes to me are better than the shimmers, in which I'm sure that is a lot of what we've all been hearing. So it's kind of what I came up with. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera and we will be right back. So this concludes today's look. I feel like we were able to achieve a nice golden smoky moment. What I will say, the shimmers in the palette are more like a sheen. They're not as pigmented. Again, I do recommend spraying your brush and packing on those shimmer shades. The mattes are perfect. For face products, I'm just going to do a little rundown. I did use the Tint Idol, the Lancome Tint Idol, and this is in the shade 410. I used my Anastasia concealer in the shade 10, and then I also did use my One Size Turn Up the Base foundation powder to set around the perimeter of my face. This is in the shade medium dark 1NG. For lip combo today, I did use the NYX Club Hopper lip liner. This one is, you would think it's brown, but it's definitely more of a burgundy tone, but it's very pretty. I did use Milani Tease and then the Revolution Glow lip gloss, and that is pretty much it. Again, it is a very minimalistic palette. Do you need it? Maybe not. Again, if you were looking into getting a more neutral tone palette, I say pick it up because it is very inexpensive. As I also stated at the beginning of the video, I feel like we all feel and know that we have a lot of these tones in all of the palettes, but again, I wanted to get it. I wanted to get my own thoughts on it, and not just necessarily go off everyone else's. But like I said, for the price point, it is a nice palette, nice size pans. It will last quite a while, but the shimmers are just not as good. And to me, that's honestly how I felt about the Patrick Ta. Gorgeous palette, but I don't think it's necessary for the price point. But again, I'm entitled to that opinion. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you picked up the palette or if you are going to pick it up. Let me know your thoughts down below. And also don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.